And on Friday at 10, the child stars from our screens. Back to tonight, and the airline's floating.
Tonight on Airline, will it be the deal of a lifetime for EasyJet owner Stelios?
I don't think I've felt this nervous. Probably 2 times in my career I felt this nervous.
Jetting off to the sun with a soap star.
Just don't show them my passport photograph.
And for one passenger, can it possibly get any worse?
I got robbed in Spain last week and I've got no money and I've got a job interview. Please help me.
Come fly with me, let's fly away. If you can use some exotic booze on a far-flung holiday, come fly with me, let's fly away.
5 years ago, EasyJet went into operation with just 2 planes. Today, with 19 jets and a staff of 1,400, the company has just carried its 10 millionth passenger. Inevitably, not all of them get a smooth ride. Liverpool is EasyJet's second biggest base. It's early afternoon, and passenger service agent Craig Mills is facing a tense situation.
Mate, honestly, I've got to be on this flight. If I don't get on this flight, I'll be spewing.
Carla Middleton is late for the Nice check-in because of heavy traffic. She needs to get to a job interview in the south of France, and Craig is ringing through to dispatch, who will decide if she can go.
My flight goes in 15 minutes. What a day.
Okay, they can't accept you onto the flight.
I have to go.
Can't, I'm afraid.
I have to go, mate. I have to go. I have to go. I've been travelling since 10 to 8 this morning. I have to go.
You can't let you. I'm afraid they've actually boarded the flight now.
I've come all this way from Newcastle, mate, and I've got a job interview. I have to go. Please help me.
You can't. There's nothing I can do.
Give me the phone. I want to speak to them right now. Give me the
But
phone.
they're not going to speak to you.
Mate, I have to go. What can you do then? Please, it's got 15 minutes.
But with the passengers already boarding, that may not be enough time. Down at Luton, the airline staff have also seen their fair share of angry passengers. However, today it's a famous TV face that's causing the stir at check-in. For the soap fans amongst the passengers, it's time to get the cameras out.
Don't go blushing on me now. Come here. Come here.
Coronation Street's Liz McDonald, Beverly Callard in real life, is on her way home to Spain.
I first went to Marbella 12 years ago, and I knew then I wanted to live there. I love Spain, and for me it's fantastic because you literally, if you want Blackpool or whatever, you can find it there. But if you want fantastic shops, especially shoe shops, they're there. Escaping to the mountains, it's there. 2 minutes from the beach. Restaurants, and also everything is just so much cheaper.
Sign it.
Oh my God, I'll never work again!
In the skies above Luton, Captain Mike Jameson has just heard he'll be picking up Beverly for the flight down to Malaga.
It's a nice feeling, actually, carrying somebody famous. You can see them, actually, as you certainly in Luton and Liverpool, obviously, as they get on the walk past the side of the aircraft, and it's nice to recognise a face there.
In the Jameson household, Beverly's a familiar figure.
She's actually produced a fitness video, a copy of which we have at home. It's too strenuous for me, but my wife has played it a couple of times. About the only bit of exercise I get is putting the video back in the box.
There's another special passenger on board a flight from Glasgow to Luton. It's EasyJet boss Stelios, and alongside him, his right-hand man, Chief Executive Ray Webster. Stelios is on the way to the most important meeting of his career. Tomorrow morning, he's selling off the company he started 5 years ago by floating EasyJet on the stock market.
It's nerve-wracking. I don't think I've felt this nervous. Probably 2 times in my career I felt this nervous. When I was starting the company on the first flight, and when we signed the first order for the brand new aircraft.
There's a huge pile of documents that we've got to get through tonight. We have a board meeting tonight. We have to sign off on what's called the allocations and pricing. So it's going to be a long night.
I believe it's part of growing up. I've always wanted to take this company public. I believe that there comes a point when the company is too big for basically one person or one family to keep financing. And you can only do that if the company is listed on the stock exchange.
Back at Liverpool, Carla's still not happy with Craig and the decision from Dispatch.
We can transfer you onto the flight tomorrow. I can't, I've got nowhere to stay. I got robbed in Spain last week and I've got no money and I've got a job interview. Please help me. I'm not joking, guys. Give me the phone.
I can't. They won't speak.
Please.
They'll only tell you what they've told me.
Where are they? Give me my passport. Where are they?
That's your passport.
Where are they?
You're over the other side. You won't be able to get over there anyway.
I can't sleep in the airport for 24 hours, please.
I'm afraid.
I've got nowhere to stay. No, you don't understand it. You're from this country. I don't even have relatives or anyone here.
You're going to speak to me like that, won't talk to
But it's not fair. You didn't even try for me.
You feel sorry for them to a certain extent, but when they start swearing at you, and that's when you just think, if that's what they're going to be like, then get it, like, you know what I mean?
The only option left for Carla is to fly to Nice tomorrow. The company's main offices in Luton are where people like Craig are trained. Today sees the beginning of the road for a new batch of recruits. They're embarking on an intense 3-week course in the hope they'll qualify as passenger service agents. Trainee Natalia Byrne shone in her job interview, and she's been earmarked as a potential star.
I'll be looking forward to getting into the training or whatever and, you know, find out what we have to do and that. I'm a bit nervous, actually.
Also keen to make a good impression is James Yend.
I've been thinking about it a lot since I left my other job, and just hope it all goes well. First day and all that, so just looking forward to it.
My name's Natalie, and I'm the People Development Manager at EasyJet. And one of my...
To succeed on the course, the trainees must adopt the company mentality.
So when you're brought along to be interviewed by EasyJet, we're also thinking, are they orange? Are they the right person to come and work for EasyJet? So now I'm going to show you the definition of what orange is. So you'll either sit here and think, oh, better get my coat, or hopefully you'll be sitting here thinking, brilliant, I'm in the right place and I can't wait.
Becoming orange is not easy, and not everyone will make the grade.
I'm prepared. I don't normally get autographs, but can you do it for Karen, my housemate?
Jane Bolton has worked at Luton for 3 years and has all the orange credentials. She and the airline staff are giving soap star Beverly Callard their full attention.
I don't know her real name, so she's from Coronation Street. Liz McDonald, is it?
I was watching her when she was like in the prison with Jim, and when she was like declaring how much she felt for him, I thought it was I really felt that she was meaning it. I thought it was really good.
I'm more of an EastEnders fan than Coronation Street.
Ooh, lovely picture. Just don't show them my passport photograph.
You've got one alpha right in the corner by the window, so.
And of course, Jane Bolton, the biggest soap fan in the airport, has made sure she's the one to get Beverly onto the plane.
I'm going to get a part on Coronation Street.
No, customer receives that. So we need, the handing agent will issue the tokens, so this one goes
Back on the training course, they're testing teamwork by asking new recruits to build a wall made of company promises. The way the group help and support each other is assessed by trainer Joe Brain.
Basically, this customer service promise, this is what we guarantee the passengers if there is delays. And what will happen is we're trying to get them to learn it by building it first. So the process is, as a team, can they work together to actually build the wall?
These are the top ones.
Each trainee is being watched to see how they interact with each other. But Natalia seems to have taken a back seat.
Hang on. Hey. Is it going to fall?
The wall is finally built, but it's taken the full half hour. James and Natalia have different views about how the group have performed.
It didn't go as well as what it should have done, because everyone just piled in, and it was like where we should have sat back, assessed it, what we needed to do, made a plan, then do it, then review it, and if it was all a bit wrong, then change it all again. But it went a bit, well, completely wrong really, but at the end of the day, we sorted out in the end.
I personally felt that it went really good, but some of the other members were a bit nervous or whatever through the feedback. They were saying that they were a bit nervous of the group activity, but I find it quite good. Yeah.
But with the exercises about to become more demanding, Natalia may need to get more involved in the activities to survive the course. It's 7 p.m. in Luton, and Stelios is waiting for the car that will whisk him off to a top-secret meeting with his bankers. By the close of play tonight, they will have finalised the all-important price at which the airline shares will be offered to investors for the first time tomorrow morning.
I'll take the front seat, yeah.
With the pressure mounting, it's going to be a long night for Stelios. After the break, unhappy passengers, the role play...
Don't take the piss out of me!
...and the reality.
She explained to your
wife. I'm just very angry. I just don't want to hear it. You know, you can't help me, OK?
Sharp. Dynamic. Protector 3D Diamond. With the sharpest edges in the world. So close and so sharp that it has to be kept behind bars. There's no safer wet shave. Protector 3D Diamond from Wilkinson Sword.
Behold the magic car. I now require a volunteer. Give him a round of applause.
Tellers smoothly does it.
A brand new episode and fresh prospects for Kavanagh.
Me? A judge?
Could one man's innocence...
I never even met her.
...change another's future?
Getting mixed up in this Hatton thing might damage your prospects.
I beg your pardon?
Brand new Kavanagh QC in 15 minutes.
UBS Warburg, one of the biggest banks in the city. It's now 3:15 in the morning. In the foyer, it may seem that the cleaners are the only ones working, but upstairs in one of the boardrooms, Stelios has been locked in a meeting with his bankers. After 7 hours, they've set the crucial price at which EasyJet shares will be announced to the stock market.
So far, so good. But, you know, really this is the beginning of a process. It doesn't matter what we've done up to now. The market will now decide what the company is worth. So it will be very interesting to see tomorrow morning whether it goes up or down. And that's what I'll be here to find out in the morning.
The price has to remain top secret till then. Stelios heads to his hotel for some precious sleep, but he knows he's got to be back at the bank in 4 hours' time. In Luton, the early morning rush is in full swing.
I've been told by the AA for the 7:40 flight.
Yeah.
I've just come off Edinburgh.
Right, okay.
Businessman Chris Keedy is a little flustered. He's just missed the check-in for Edinburgh after his car broke down on the way to the airport. Because of his circumstances, he wants to be treated as a special case.
I'm told it's closed. I hope it's not.
Throughout his journey to Luton, Chris's wife has kept the airport informed of his progress by mobile phone.
Yep. Yeah, but they're apparently closed the flight, and I was just out.
Hi, who's that?
They said they.
Hi, Mary.
I
it's
know.
Dion.
They said they keep it open.
Will you accept an LMC on the Edinburgh, please?
It was 7:21 when my wife was speaking to one of your colleagues, and I've rang 3 times.
Doesn't matter whether your wife is speaking to us or not, sir. Okay, thanks, Mary.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah.
No, you can't get on that flight now, I'm afraid. We'll have to put you on the 10:50.
Isn't that wonderful service, Joan? It's absolutely crap service. I mean, it's absurd. It really is absurd.
Right. The only option you have is
You
to go
didn't
on
tell
the
your
next
colleague.
one.
You know, you didn't tell your colleague I was broken down on the M1 for an hour.
It doesn't matter.
No,
I'm
of course
afraid.
it doesn't matter.
No, if
No.
that flight's boarded, then you can't get on it.
Yeah.
Right, so the next one you can get is at 10:50.
Who's your service director? Who's your service director?
We don't have a service director.
Okay, well, where's Stelios then?
At the bank, they're asking the same question. Where is Stelios? He's supposed to be attending a last-minute power breakfast to discuss the airline's share flotation in half an hour's time. and EasyJet board member Airline is getting anxious.
It's a very symbolic event of the company going public for the first time, so that's why it would be nice for him to be here.
Even the dealers who will be trading for the company have dressed up specially for the day.
You almost look like you work at McDonald's.
But in fact, on one of the most important days in the company's history, Stelios remains tucked up in bed at his nearby hotel. He's overslept. His hectic schedule has finally caught up with him. Back at the bank, they've just heard the news.
Yes, Stelios missed the wake-up call at the hotel. So I've just woken him up on the phone, and he's on his way. Be here as soon as he can.
The traders on the floor gear up for the flotation, but will Stelios miss his historic moment? Back at Luton, businessman Chris Keedy is still waiting. Supervisor Mary Hosier has been called in to deal with him.
I've now been told it's closed after going across there. And I just can't make the meeting, so I'm very, very angry.
Yeah, unfortunately, we have checked with the aircraft and they have said no because they have got a majority of the passengers on board. So that is why we can only keep a check-in open. So we can't actually keep it open. We have to close it at -20.
Your protocol is 20 minutes, that's it. The fact that someone actually is being towed and basically has informed you 3 times is probably quite an unusual circumstance.
Yeah, but unfortunately we cannot delay a flight, sir. For the fact is that...
Well, you can't,
okay, we understand the
you can't
circumstances.
help me. I don't want to hear... Basically, you can't help me.
We could get you on the next flight,
You didn't want to help me.
No, we did, because the lady explained. I was in the office, the lady explained to you on the phone, she explained to your wife.
I'm just very angry. I just don't want to hear it. You know, you can't help me, OK?
We cannot delay 100 odd passengers on board.
We're talking about...
We close at -20.
I don't want to hear. You can't help me.
OK, fine, OK.
On the floor at the bank, it's 8 a.m. and EasyJet shares have just begun trading. This is the moment of truth when the company finds out whether the share price agreed last night is the correct value for the market. If they've got it right, the share issue will raise £186 million, which will go towards the purchase of new planes. If they've got it wrong, it could mean Stelios has lost the chance to earn millions for his company. At such a key moment, the question remains, where's Stelios?
Just spoke to Stelios. He's shaved, he's finished shaving, dressed, and he's on his way. He'll be here any second.
Meanwhile in Luton, Chris Keedy still isn't happy.
So, just to clarify then, you don't have a complaint form?
No, we don't have a complaint form. You have to speak to our customer service.
Or suggestion form?
No, not suggestion form.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know. Thanks.
He's now booked onto the next flight to Edinburgh, but it means he'll arrive 3 hours late. But better late than never, as Stelios is about to find out. It's 8:30 at the bank, and he's finally managed to make an appearance.
Couldn't wake up this morning.
Well done.
Well, thank you.
Congratulations.
Well done. Well done, guys.
Although Stelios is half an hour late, according to his bankers, it's all gone smoothly.
It's precision pricing, I think, is the it's going to land. It lands almost as precisely as one of your planes on the runway.
It may be all smiles, but Stelios knows it's the start of a new era for the airline.
It's a lot of responsibility because all these people out there are watching now the company, and they will be watching the results, year after year, and 6 months after 6 months as we announce them, and they will be expecting some profit. So if anything happens and we slip up, you will see it in the price.
New era or not, up at Luton, there will always be unhappy passengers.
Easy. Yeah. Very easy. But lousy.
Every missed flight is a potentially confrontational situation for the passenger service agents.
Sorry?
Garbage service.
Garbage service? It's not garbage service.
Garbage.
If you say you were here at 6:30,
Right here
how
already
can
for
it
a long
be garbage
time.
service?
There's no announcement here.
You're not going to get an announcement. You look at the board and you look to see
We
where
are.
you're going.
We are going down
If
one.
you don't see it, that's not my fault. You've missed it now, so you have to go
Well,
on
that
the next
means-
one.
Your service is garbage. Right. Thank you.
You're entitled to your opinion, sir.
God damn it.
Anyone who's going to work for the company has to learn how to deal with awkward customers. For the passenger service trainees, it's time to find out how they would cope as the instructors put them through their paces.
The role plays separate the weak from the strong, and I think that's something that you really see this afternoon. You'll see those that are brilliant and those that are going to struggle, and it really gives us an indication. And 9 times out of 10, you know, after the role plays, you know who's going to have a successful career with EasyJet and who isn't.
First up to face an imaginary scenario is James Yend.
Jeez, I was going to miss that then. Hi.
Hello, how you doing?
All right, thank you. God, I was running. It's a nightmare to park your cars around here.
It's terrible.
Right, I've got my husband's on his way, so if you could just check us in, that'd be great.
Where actually is he? Is he
He's
parking
parking
the car?
yeah. He'll be.
Well,
I don't know how long he's going to be.
I can't physically check him in without actually seeing him, well, passport-wise, obviously.
You've
I've got to
got-
make sure he's, you know, the same person. Yours is okay. You're fine.
Yeah, no, but
But-
I can't travel without him. We're going on holiday.
I'm sorry, but I can't actually check you and your husband in without actually seeing your husband.
I know it's my
The
husband.
trainees are taught not to raise their voice, but they must remain assertive.
I must stress, though, that EasyJet do have regulations, and I do physically need to see your husband to actually see it's the same person on the
Flight, it
passport.
doesn't. Oh, come on, we've saved up forever. We're never going to get to go.
I am
Just
sorry.
me, go on, it won't matter.
Sorry.
Nobody's going to know. I'm not going to
If
tell
I made an
anybody.
exception for you, I'd have to make an exception for someone else, and I'm sorry, but EasyJet do have their policies.
James has stood firm, but how's he done in the exercise?
Overall, I'll assess myself, I'll probably give myself about an 8 out of 10. I mean, I could give myself more, but just other things I could have said, I could have like sympathised a bit more, and obviously I didn't say what I should have done in certain aspects, but I'd give myself roughly about an 8 out of 10.
He was confident, a little bit cocky, but in a nice way. He handled me perfectly. Could have been quite anxious or angry, and he brought me right down. So James was fantastic.
Uses personality well, doesn't he?
Yeah,
in that scenario.
Yeah, 10 out of 10 for James.
Over in the terminal, news of the company flotation is causing excitement among the airline team.
Come on, gather round, because I don't have to read this.
Leading the newfound interest in the Financial Times is Jane Bolton.
Because I've never had shares before.
To encourage company loyalty, staff have been given shares, and Jane's hoping for a windfall.
Offshore and overseas, no. But I shall wait and cash these in. And hopefully they'll be worth about 3 times that, and then I can have a deposit house and a big boob job. I'm joking. Just a small boob job.
Hi there, good morning. Right, I've just missed.
In the passenger service training, Natalia is next in line for the angry passenger role play, and she's really going to get the treatment.
We're going to miss our flight.
I'm going to be late. I'm going to be late. Listen, no,
I know, but we're going to miss our flight.
Here.
You've got sent over here.
Waited over there.
Tell us.
No, I waited over there.
Tell us. Security.
Listen.
Oh, it's okay, security. Everything's under control.
Listen, I
not a
don't care about
problem.
them. I want to get on this flight.
Would you stand there?
Listen. Look, don't stop pushing me out. No, listen.
Natalia is failing to take control of the situation, and that won't impress the trainers.
It doesn't matter about that. I've been on the front of the queue. So I spoke to you before, and I'm talking to you again now. What are you going to do about this? I'm fed up of this.
Excuse me, could you let go of my arm, please?
Well, just listen to what I'm saying then. Just listen to me. Don't take the piss out of me.
The exercise hasn't gone well, and there are doubts all round about Natalia's performance.
If I would get quite a lot of customers like that all the time, I don't know if I'd be able to want to handle it. I can handle it. I'm very independent and things like that. I'm quite strong, but I don't know if I would want that all the time.
It's a terrible thing to say that you smile too much, but I think sometimes you've got to be a lot more assertive and confident and show that you don't find things funny. And I think that was one of those occasions when a smile doesn't win you over, you need to be a lot more assertive.
And she's just got to come over that and be a bit more genuine and a bit more open, and I think she'll be fine, but she just needs to open up a little bit to people and not try to be too patronising.
I'm actually in a bit of 2 minds about everything because I don't really know if it's really for me or what, to be honest.
And at this stage, the trainers aren't sure whether she's the one for them. Carla did make it to Nice for her job interview, a day late. Beverly Callard has added to her Coronation Street role with a part in a sitcom. And 3 months after flotation, EasyJet shares have gone up by 115 pence. Which is good news for Jane and her plans for cosmetic surgery. And good news for Stelios, who can afford to buy a new alarm clock. Next week on Airline, there's a bad start to the weekend.
Are you telling me my stuff's offloaded? No, but are you telling me my stuff is offloaded?
A bad finish to the weekend.
I dislocated my leg, broke my femur and fractured my pelvis in 2 places.
And a song for Katrina.
Airline is back on Monday at 8:30.